Alright guys, so I need to talk about Longlegs. I just seen the movie not that long ago, and I wanted to share my quick thoughts with you guys on that movie. And if you're not aware of the premise, it's basically where we follow an FBI agent who's been assigned to solve a case of a serial killer, to track him down and put a stop to his massacre. And as she dives into that, I mean, like, this case hits closer to home than she ever anticipated, and that's basically the movie in a nutshell. And now, right off bat, when I saw this trailer, it was interesting. And what was the most interesting part to me is, like, when it got to the very end of that trailer, and then they showed, okay, it's starring Mika Monroe and then Nicolas Cage. I'm like, where was he? Like, I didn't see him in the trailer. Like, where was he? I mean, unless we got a quick glimpse of him and I didn't see it and I had to pause it, but to my recollection, we didn't see him. And he plays, the serial killer, Longlegs. And yeah, he wasn't in that full trailer, but I did see a clip prior to seeing this in at the movies. And then when I saw that clip, it's a scene where Longlegs is there, and Lee Harker is in there, like our lead character. And and then when we see Longlegs, they censor his face. Like, they're hyping it up. Like, if you want to see this movie, you want to see his appearance, then you got to go see this movie. And I will say, it is not how you're used to seeing Nicolas Cage. Like, they don't give him, they don't let him look like himself or anything like that. Like, they do, his appearance is pretty different. And I just find it funny that the marketing did not want us to see how he looks. Like, you got to see the movie. Like, I can't remember the last time a movie did that. like, but I just found it very amusing. I was like, okay, now you got me more curious. Now, I mean, I already want to see this movie. Now I'm more curious. And this movie does give a bit of Seven vibes and a bit of Silence of the Lambs, especially with our lead character, like, where she's a little bit like Curly Sterling, and she's a little off at times, and then as the movie progresses, you understand why. And yeah, everybody did good. Like Mika Monroe, she carried the movie really well. This is like more so her movie than it is Nicolas Cage's movie. And then with the limited amount of screen time that Longlegs has, it's effective. I feel like it's more effective that way. Like, the less you see of him, the more effective it is. Like, when you do see him, and when he's not in the room, and the tension is still there. Like, okay, like, this guy's dangerous. We need to get him. Like, and then other actors in the movie, like Alicia Witt, she did a phenomenal job. And Blair Underwood, I don't think I remember one movie that I've seen him in where I thought he sucked. So yeah, he's a cool addition as well. And is it just me, or does he not age? I mean, he still looks the same as he did like 20 years ago, or maybe longer than that. He still looks the same. It's insane. Like, all right. You would think that this movie came out from way back in the day. That's how much he still looks the same. And also like how Oz Perkins, like, adds into a formula that a lot of filmmakers are doing, especially independent filmmakers, where it leans into, like, what cinema used to be, how movies were back in the day, where they throw that in there, and people will call it nostalgia bait or whatever. But for the most part, for me, I eat it all up, and I feel like it's done really well in a lot of movies. And this movie definitely is added to that. It plays in that sandbox where it gives you that nostalgia feel, and it actually has a meaning for that this time. And it's not just for the sake of, like, okay, like, like, this is nostalgia, woo. But yeah, I feel like a lot of filmmakers, like, a lot of these movies lately are showing us that cinema is not completely dead. Where, like, 10 years ago, it feels like all cinema knew was just one simple formula, and I was really tired of it. It's like a dead horse. Now, many years later, now it's basically that. Like, now it seems like people are aware, okay, this is not working anymore. Let's stray away from that. Let's just go through, like different selections of, you know, like of, you know, like what movies work, like what genres work and whatnot, especially with horror and movies like this. Like there is creativity still there. They're not just leaning into paranormal activity like avenue or anymore. Like that was just so tiring. I was so sick of it. Now we're in a time where that is not the case anymore, and this movie is definitely, like I said, this movie is no exception, and it's very like like when the character of Longlegs, when he's there, I felt very uncomfortable. I can't see you not feeling uncomfortable when you see this movie. Like if you did see this movie and you weren't uncomfortable, feel free to tell me because I certainly was. And I didn't know what to expect. I kind of knew, but I feel like I didn't know. But yeah, I had a really good time with this movie. So with that all being said, I gotta give this movie 4 out of 5, a strong 4 out of 5. And if you are curious and you didn't see it, and if you're into movies that are unsettling and creepy and dark toned movies like Seven and Silence of the Lambs, like I wouldn't even call this a cop movie. It's like cop movies are like more like drama and a little bit of action. This is like this is like borderline horror. This is like more in that territory. But yeah, guys, you go check it out if you have not seen it yet. And if you like this video, make sure you thumb it up, click subscribe, click the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos, all that fun stuff. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So until then, take care.